First and foremost, it's a wonderful game. Really proud of it. I love me some HBCU football, man. That had some good stuff. That was a good game. I hate to be on the low end of it, but I love good football, and that was great football. It really was.
Yeah, Deion, I guess, this is the first time where you have to, address your team after a loss. What was the conversation in the locker room like afterwards?
Well, it was adversity. We wanted to see how we respond to adversity. We responded well. We really did. We just came up short. We came up short because we weren't smart and we weren't disciplined whatsoever. I would have never thought our defense would surrender the points they surrendered. They've been playing lights out, man. They played their butts off. Then the offense joined in on the front and latter part of the game. But overall, we played good enough to win the game point-wise. But I cannot believe we gave up those couple explosions that we did later in the fourth quarter.
Was there anything specifically on defense you saw that led to that explosion, or was it just like you said, they weren't, disciplined?
You're not smart and not disciplined, not getting to the ball. Everyone has an assignment, and 11 men have to all enact their assignments and their roles on each specific play. If one guy is out of place, an explosion happens, something tremendous happens, and that's what happened today. It could be as minute as one individual out of place, and that's the consequences.
Coach, offensively on that final drive, what did you really see? What was kind of your goal of getting down that field with a minute and a half?
Minute and a half. We're trying to score. We're trying to get it in. Just trying to attack. We had some opportunities. We didn't take advantage of it. Shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with, to try to get it in a minute and a half. But that's an opportunity to work on certain things, work on a 2-minute offense. And we had an opportunity to do it. We just didn't get it in. Guys, the things we got to learn. The first thing that we want to be is smart. I tell you this every week, smart. And after we score, we dunking the goalpost. Like a valuable lesson was learned today on that, and I'm hoping he takes that in the understanding and improve himself 100% in its totality of just being a complete football player. And that's your quarterback. Things like that can happen.
How's Jalen kind of handling that? Because this was obviously the first game he turned the ball over, and then that penalty, the unsportsmanlike penalty, and I guess just what's his mood like right now?
He's not happy about the situation, what transpired, but I love the way he fought back. Fought to the end. Got hats off to him. But he learned some valuable lessons today.
Coach, when you talk about adversity, Jalen had quite a bit of it in that first half. He was struggling a little bit, but he really turned it around in the second half. With his sir.
Who you talking about? I'm sorry.
Oh, Jalen.
Oh, I said Dalen.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. But yes, sir. He really turned it around once you started putting the ball in his hands to run it a little more. What did you think about his ability to shake off the first half start and, get it done with his athleticism a little more?
Yeah. We like it, but we don't love it. You're not going to win the big games running the football from your quarterback position. You're not going to do it. Sooner or later, they're going to stop that, and we're going to have to sit back there, read the defense, and make the proper reads and throw the football. We're going to have to do that. That's what we want. And he's growing and growing and growing, and we're happy he's been sufficed this entire season. Just had a rough one today.
Speaking of Jalen's performance tonight, how'd the offensive line's performance of protecting him? How did you feel about their ability to protect him?
They did okay. I don't think they did great. I think they did okay. They blitzed us, I think during every first and second down, and we got to do a better job of reading and getting the ball out. We knew what they were doing defensively. It wasn't no secret. I think it wasn't no secret to everybody watching television. It wasn't no secret to anybody in the stands. We knew what they were going to do. Wasn't no disguises. We knew exactly what was coming. We just got to do better.
Obviously, there's never a positive about a loss, but, how important is it, what this team could do coming off of it, what they learned from this game? Can you draw positives, not necessarily from the loss, but how they respond?
Positives because of the loss. We were resilient. We fought to the end. Our special teams played wonderfully. We hit every extra point. We made some big plays on the return game with Nugget. It was some positives. Secondary, I feel like they played well. We just gave them some explosion plays in the running game defensively. And we just got a start. But positives, there were many positives from this game.
I didn't mean to cut you off there, Coach. Sorry. But speaking of your defense, one thing that y'all have done really well so far this year was stop the run. And then we get to the fourth quarter, and Ezra was able to rip off a bunch of big runs in crucial moments. What was going on for your defense then? It'll be one guy, one or two guys just out of place, man. I mean, you got 10 guys doing what they're supposed to do, and one guy could be out of place, and that happens. We're going to fix it. I promise you that. One thing about our defensive staff, as well as the offensive staff, we have a great staff, man. And they're unbelievable. They did a fantastic job today. Some of the things that we called and we asked for just weren't executed by the players. That's it. I'm hearing the calls go in. I know what's supposed to happen. Sometimes it just don't happen.
Coach, last week sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. After this, I'll wrap it up. As far as your third down struggles that you've had so far this year, do you feel this was a big step towards getting over that because y'all scored them 15-0 in that third quarter?
Yeah, third quarter, not third downs, but third quarter. I don't know if we're getting over it, but we attacked it. We really focused on it all weekend and all week out. The guys did a great job of responding to our third quarter woes, and we played some solid football. We just got to finish. The whole theme of the day was finish. We talked about as a child, you can't do anything until you finish your food, until you finish your homework, until you finish doing your chores. You got to finish. We just didn't finish today.
Well, speaking about that third quarter, last week in the postgame press conference, you knew that was going to be the number one thing you guys worked on in practice. Is there something this week that that already sticks out to you?
Everything sticks out. We got to improve in every aspect, especially smart and disciplined. We were not smart. We did not play smart, and we were not disciplined. Tough and fast, we did that.
When you say that, are you specifically talking about the flags that were thrown late, or is there anything else that you're
not smart is just not about the flags and the penalties. That has a little bit to do with it, as well as discipline. But the calls that we called to execute. I mean, if you see what we're calling, you say, hey, man, darn it, how could you miss that? But we don't do that. We can't go in the film. We can't put the film on the scoreboard and show everybody who's wrong and who's right. We got to take it as a man. But I ride with my coaches 100%. They did a phenomenal job. And the guys are growing, man. The guys are growing. They really are.
One more question.
Coach, can I ask just a couple? I just have two.
Go ahead.
The first one is, just how did you feel about Nugget with that first pick of the season, and then the return? And did you think he was in or out on that?
I thought he was in, but I don't. My angle was bad. I was on the other side of the field. Of course, I'm going to think he's in. Nugget is a baller, man. Nugget fights to the end. He practices hard every day. He's very passionate as a player. He always wants the ball in his hand. He wants to compete. If I had 11 Nuggets, we would have a phenomenal team with 11 Nuggets on the defensive side of the ball. I love the way he comes to play. He's a phenomenal young man.
And my last question, Coach. At the end of the game, Alabama State, they put a picture of you on draft day on the scoreboard. I don't know if you can see that right now, but just what is your reaction to that?
Childish. It is what it is. I mean, they know they messed up. They didn't furnish tickets for our fans. They didn't let our team in the locker room to unpack everything until this morning. It was just childishness. But it is what it is. And I'm going to call them out on it. So that's what it was. And they try to respond for the foolishness. We got to keep it on the field and make it about the kids. Make it about the fans. It ain't about me. God bless you. Anybody else? Since he took two? Hey, God bless you. D, I love JSU. We will be back. I promise you that.
Yes.